Today I'm going to be making some jumbo monster cookies. Brittany sent me this recipe, so thank you in advance, Brittany. I made some monster cookies, and when we tried the monster cookies, I had the comment that I really couldn't taste the peanut butter. So Brittany sent me this recipe, and she said, try these because you'll definitely be able to taste peanut butter in these cookies. You'll see why. Because they take an entire jar. This is a 16-ounce jar of creamy peanut butter. You're going to use 1 stick of butter. You need 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 4.5 cups of old-fashioned oats. I bought the quick cooking oats, 1 cup of milk chocolate chips, 1 cup of M&M's, mini M&M's, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you're going to have 2 pans with, it says parchment paper, but I have the Reynolds cookie sheets, which we love, so I'm using those. So what you want to do first is you want to combine your brown sugar and your peanut butter and your granulated sugar all in this bowl and stir well. Looking at this, and it looks like you're supposed to stir this well. I am going to get my KitchenAid mixer out because I think it'll be easier. It has a stir mode on it, so I'm going to get that out and switch it over, and I'll be right back. So I got my mixer out, my KitchenAid, and I'm just going to dump all this in this bowl, and then I'm going to put that 1/2 stick of butter in here, and then my granulated sugar, and I think this is going to work out a lot better. And see right here, the first setting says stir. That's what I'm going to use. So you can see that's mixed in really well. I scraped the bowl down 1 time. So now you want to pour in your 3 eggs and your vanilla, and then you're going to mix this again, mix it well. Mixed in well, and now you want to add in your baking soda and your oats, but I don't want to spill these oats all over the place, so I'm going to move my bowl, and I'm going to dump them like this, and my soda, and then I'm going to put my bowl back on here, and I'm going to go slow. This is how thick this is. I cannot imagine stirring that by hand. I mean, it is like super duper thick. So it would have taken me an hour if I had tried to stir that without using the machine. So all we have left now is our chocolate and our M&M's, which I love M&M minis. And if you want to make this like Christmas themed or Halloween themed, you know, then just buy the M&M's accordingly. Now we're gonna keep this on low, and we're just gonna stir it in, make sure it's all mixed in, but I don't want to crush the candy either. Okay, I'm being trying to be very careful here. And I'm just gonna get this off of my paddle, and I'm gonna move this off of my stand, and then I'll be back. Here, this is where the jumbo in the title comes into play. You get a 1/2 cup, and you're gonna put that, measure out a 1/2 cup, and then take it in your hand, and you're gonna form it into a ball, and then you're gonna put it on the cookie sheet. And you can only have 3 of these per cookie sheet because it is going to spread. So yeah, but I can tell you this, it is not, I was wondering maybe if I needed to grease my hand or something like that, and I don't, because look, yeah, and I don't, it says it's supposed to make, it takes 23 minutes is what it says. I don't think it says how many cookies it makes. I'll have to let you know I'll have to let you know how many it ends up making. So I have my oven preheated to 350. I am going to bake these for 12 minutes, and then you press them down slightly using a fork, and then you bake them for another 6 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them in for 12 minutes, and then I'll show you what they look like when I push them down with a fork. It's been 12 minutes, and so you're supposed to take your fork. I considered getting a giant fork. I have like a serving fork, but you press them down just slightly, and then you're gonna bake these for another 6 minutes. I ended up getting 11 of the full-size balls, and then one smaller one. I have these ready to go in the oven. So I'm gonna put these back in for 6 minutes and they'll be finished. These are the jumbo monster cookies, and I mean those are jumbo. That is a beautiful cookie. That looks really good. It looks beautiful. So what you have to do is you have to let it sit here for 5 minutes before you can move it to the cooling rack. So once I wait 5 minutes, move them to the cooling rack, I'm gonna load my pan up again with 3 more of these and start over. One cookie. This is one jumbo monster cookie. Normally for desserts, I put things like this on a dessert plate.
This is a dessert plate.
This is bigger than the dessert plate. This is rounder than the dessert plate. So I should tell you too, the peanut butter, it says do not use all natural, probably because this is oily enough. Yeah, I can't imagine that oil. And it says you can use gluten-free oats if you want. And this is from www.centercutcook, CENTERCUT cook.com, and then / jumbo monster cookies. I can put a link in the description below if you're interested in it. That way you can go and print off the recipe if you want. But Britney sent this to me, so I'm assuming Britney has tried this before. So
big cookie.
It's huge. Absolutely huge.
The baby face. Big as a baby's face. Now this has only been out, what, 12 minutes maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Love the texture.
And you can taste the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good mix of peanut butter, oats, and chocolate. Mm-hmm. That's the 3 things I got.
That's what you should get.
Which makes sense, is what you got.
Well,
okay.
The recipe that I posted before, I liked it. I thought it was a good recipe. It was very quick, very easy, because you use the Betty Crocker packets, the peanut butter pre-made, the peanut butter mixture, and I liked it that it was so simple. But I really like to taste the peanut butter and things if it's gonna have peanut butter. And everyone told me, monster cookies, you should be able to taste the peanut butter. These you can.
Really good.
These are very, very good.
They're good and crisp on the bottom. I was worried that they would be doughy or too soft, but they're not. They're perfect. No,
they're very, very good. So thank you very much, Britney, for the recipe. I appreciate it. I can see a dollop of vanilla ice cream on top of this. That would be perfect. You could put a dollop of ice cream, and you could put a drizzle of chocolate or caramel if you wanted to make it a pretty dessert for people.
Take the cookie, stick it on a plate, put it in the microwave for just a few seconds to warm it up a little bit. Put a scoop of ice cream on it, or 2. Chocolate sauce, not. Go for it.
Sounds awesome. Awesome. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.